Racist cop arrests black woman in luxury car, unaware she's a police captain then. Shocking. What if you were pulled over without cause? Not for anything you did, but simply because of the color of your skin. How would it feel if your hard-earned success was dismissed, and instead, you were treated like a criminal? Picture yourself cruising down a scenic road in your dream car, the one you worked tirelessly to afford. The bright red sports car glistens under the sun, turning heads as you pass by. Then, suddenly, flashing blue lights appear in your rearview mirror. Your heart sinks. You haven't broken any laws, so why are you being stopped? This was the chilling reality Captain Angela Harris faced. A decorated officer with years of service under her belt, Angela took pride in her accomplishments. But to the cop who stopped her, she was just a black woman in an expensive car, a target because of how she looked. "Step out of the car," the officer barked through the speaker. Angela complied, her mind racing. What could she possibly have done wrong? As she opened the door, Officer Trent Walker approached, one hand resting on his weapon. "Is this your car?" he sneered, his eyes scanning her as if she didn't belong. "Have you ever felt the sting of being unfairly judged? What would you do if someone looked at you and decided you weren't worthy of the success you've earned?" Angela calmly replied, "Yes, officer, this is my car." "Is there a problem?" Walker, uninterested in explanations, demanded her license and registration, his tone thick with condescension. He snatched the documents from her hand and barely glanced at them before declaring, "This car has to be stolen. What would you do if someone accused you of a crime you didn't commit, just because of how you look? Would you stay silent or stand your ground?" Walker didn't wait for answers. He began berating Angela, his loud accusations drawing the attention of passers-by. "I've seen people like you before," he said smugly. "You think you can just steal a car like this and get away with it?" Angela's blood boiled. She wanted to shout, to reveal her true identity. But years of training had taught her to stay calm under pressure. Still, she couldn't help but wonder how many others had suffered under this man's abuse of power. As the situation escalated, Walker called for backup, smugly announcing over the radio that he'd apprehended a suspected car thief. Angela stood there, humiliated, as onlookers gathered, some recording the incident on their phones. What would you do if your dignity was stripped away in public? How would you handle the shame and anger? Then Walker did the unthinkable. He placed Angela in handcuffs. Despite her repeated attempts to explain who she was, he declared, "You're under arrest for grand theft auto." Angela's voice remained steady but firm. "Officer, I am Captain Angela Harris with the City Police Department. You are making a grave mistake." But Walker only laughed. "Nice try," he said mockingly. "I'm not falling for that." Angela knew she had to let the situation play out. Rage boiled beneath her surface, but she stayed calm. Meanwhile, the crowd murmured in disbelief. Some shouted at Walker to check her credentials, but he dismissed them. How would you feel if the truth was right there, but no one cared to see it? Minutes later, Angela's colleagues arrived on the scene. Their faces shifted from confusion to horror as they realized what was happening. Sergeant Williams stepped forward, his voice sharp. "Trent, uncuff her."
"Now."
Walker frowned. "Why?" "She's Captain Harris," Williams snapped. "She's your superior." Walker's face drained of color as realization hit him. He stammered, trying to justify his actions, but it was too late. Angela's calm demeanor finally cracked. Turning to Walker, her voice was steady but brimming with authority. "You racially profiled me, humiliated me, and falsely arrested me. This will not go unaddressed. What do you think should happen to someone who abuses their power like this? Should they get a second chance, or face the full weight of justice?" The aftermath was swift. Walker was placed on administrative leave as an internal investigation began. Angela, with support from her department and the public, ensured the incident was taken seriously. Video footage recorded by bystanders went viral, sparking outrage on social media. Walker's actions were condemned at the highest levels, and the department issued a public apology to Angela, acknowledging the systemic issues that allowed such behavior to persist. Do you believe justice can truly be served in cases like these? What would you demand if you were in Angela's shoes? In the weeks that followed, Walker was terminated from the force and faced civil charges for violating Angela's rights. Angela used the incident as a platform to advocate for police reform and accountability. "This isn't just about me," she said during a press conference. "This is about ensuring no one else has to endure what I went through." How do you think we can prevent incidents like this from happening again? What role do we all play in holding people accountable? The story of Captain Angela Harris is a powerful reminder of the resilience of those who stand up against injustice. It also highlights the importance of speaking out and challenging discrimination wherever it exists. So, what would you do if you saw someone being treated unfairly? Would you step in, stay silent, or take action to make a difference? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've watched this far, leave a comment with your country and a 100 emoji to show that you finish what you start. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll be notified whenever we release new videos.